Hello folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. Now in the video where I was showing you the Neanbody Railway route, I did a bit of a poll and I said, should I build the North Yorkshire Moors Railway in trains in new era? And everyone voted yes. That's probably a decision that I'm going to regret for the rest of my life, because the amount of scenery or the detail that has to go in the route. But anyhow, so I can't really do many videos on trains in new era, partly because I don't know how to screen record on my mini Mac. So if anyone knows, please do comment down below. And the graphics card in my mini Mac isn't the best graphics card out there, so games like trains in new era have very large files, don't really run very well. So like, let's say I was to run the London to Edinburgh route on the East Coast Main Line, I'd get 1 to 5 FPS at the most, so it's really not very good. So when I get the dust and all that cleaned out of it in about a bit's time, so when I take it to get that done, I'll probably try to get the graphics card updated then. So I'm going to stop waffling and show you what we're going to be doing. So you can see we are starting as always with a blank baseboard. It's already been painted into that grass ground colour sort of thing, and I thought we'd start with my favourite station on the route. So I've got a photo of the track plan here. If we open up Safari, so ignore the fact that it says Goathland in below, but this shows you basically what we need. So the road bridge, the station where that coal drop is, and then there's the sand drag that we added not too long ago on trainz driver 2. And there's the catch point that we added too. So we can basically see where the track is by this. So the first thing we need is let's just look at a photo like this, for example. We can see that the platforms are on a bit of a curve. That's not the best of photos. Let's just take track plans off the search. So if we look, we can see that let's see if I can find a good picture. So we can see that the platforms have a bit of a curve. So we need to find platforms that are slightly curved and have a bridge sort of like this. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's as good as it's gonna get. So we need to find platforms that are on a bit of a curve. We need to find a signal box. I'm sure we've got one. And all these station buildings. There's a good photo of the station building and the coal drop. Again, the sand drag down there. So that's the sort of thing that we need. So I'm going to go back onto here. I'm going to find a platform that has a bit of a curve to it, and I'll get back to you once I've done that. So then, I think we found the station that we're going to use. And obviously in Goathland station, it's not very big. Usually they have at least half the train sort of sticking out the station. So if we try and have a look for some photos of the train in the station, just to sort of work out how many coaches that we need to fit in. In fact, that there is what the Goathland station is rather famous for, being Hogsmeade Station in the Harry Potter series. Let's try to find an image of the train in the station so we can work out if the platform length is the length that we need. And if this photo showed the whole station, the bridge would be about back here. You can see my mouse thingy down there. And that's the cats fighting in the background. Oh look, it's the B1 actually. Right, okay, I think we have the right length station. So we're gonna change the track in the station for the bullhead track, because that track is not what's at Goathland, it's bullhead track. So we're going to go into track and we're going to use this bullhead track, the UK stuff. We can delete these little bits off, we don't need them. So that's changed the track to the correct track, which is good. I just wish they had this in trainz driver 2, but unfortunately they don't. So the next thing we need to do is I'm going to change the ground texture, because I hate it. I mean, look at it, it's bleh. I really don't like that. It looks like a whole lot of worms or whatever, horrible bugs. Bleh. So anyway, I'm going to change the ground, and then we're going to start to build Goathland Station. So then, you've just seen a time lapse of me building this. So I've added the sand drag. In fact, I'm just gonna keep building the router while I talk to you. Wants to be a 10 mph speed restriction going into Goathland. So that's about there. And a 25 leaving. About there. So it's coming along all right actually. It's just a case of taking my time, making sure I do it right. So on the end of the sand drag. I can't really add a sand drag. I mean, there's not really anything I can use for it. So you can see I've added the points, some realistic looking point levers, or switch levers for any American viewers. We can see I've added the point frogs, which look very good. Sorry for any background noise, it's my little sister being really annoying as per usual. We can see I've added the catch point, which is very good. So now what I'm going to do is start working on the platforms, so like adding the bridge, making the platforms a lot wider, adding the station building, all that stuff. That's going to take forever. But first, what we need to do is where these crossings are, these foot crossings, once we add the track, we need to put the check rails on. So we'll do that now. So we're just going to add the check rail and move it into place. And now this is a 12-foot one, I believe. Really, we just need like a 6-foot one or a 10-foot one even. But the smallest one is 12. So we are just gonna have to use the 12-foot one. I believe it's 12 feet at least. And just so that the wheel flanges don't catch on the crossing and then rip it up. Like that. So we're gonna add these signals, and then we're gonna do the station, which is gonna be really fun. Not so. Back before the North Yorkshire Mersey Railway was closed back in the 60s, it was a double track. So trains going out the station in that direction, which obviously go on this platform, would just go straight on, and like, you know, on where the sand drag is now. But then because it's only a single line now, trains going this way have to cross over, and trains coming in this way obviously going to this side. So I'm going to use the semaphore signals. Just use the home one for this one. Home semaphore. On that for this one here, because if it's red, and then you're being sent down that way into the sand drag, and if it's green, of course you're going that way. You don't need one on this side, because the reason why that catch point's there is because if the train that's here starts to roll backwards, it'll then be derailed instead of running back down the line all the way to Romont. Looks alright, I think. So the next job that we need to do is of course the station, so I'll do another time lapse for me doing that. For the left one. He says so then folks, you can see I've added these platform sort of extension things. I'm now going to see if I can find the bridge. I kind of have a vague idea of where it's going to be. It'll begin with the C and end with the settlement to Carlisle stuff. Hopefully I can find it. So as I was saying, I've added these platform extensions. I'm now going to look for the bridge. It won't be these girder bridge things. So what I'll do is I'll just do that, and I'm just going to go through them all. Not that one, don't want that one. I want the red one. So you can see there's all the different station buildings. If I don't know about the station building, let's get one of them for later on. I mean, I know it's not perfect, but then best I can do. Just gonna keep going through. So, if you're wondering where'd you get these stations from, you get them on the Settle to Carlisle route, and the route costs, I believe, $6.99 or $8 approximately. And then you get all the things that say C and S. It's like all these stations that I'm flicking through at the moment. Ribblehead, Settle Station, the Quarry Sheds, Railway Cottages. I mean, the list goes on. There's Ribblehead of Viaducts, and if I add it, you'll just realise just how big it really is. I have to zoom out for this because it's so big. What about here? So this here is the Ribblehead of Viaduct, and as you can see, it's blooming huge. Look at the size of it. So that's what you get with the Settle to Carlisle route, which is fantastic, of course. That's not what we're here for. We're here for North Yorkshire Moors Railway. So it's just basically, these are all these signal boxes. So they got Aysgill, Applesby, Armathwaite, Belbusk, Playmore, all the different signal boxes along the route. So all the SBs, that stands for signal box, Settle signal box. Most of them, well, some of them are just the same but with different names on. So I guess, they've reskinned a few of them. Oh, what's this? Never seen this before. Oh, I know what it is, right. So I've only had this game installed on my computer since about, I'd say, about New Year sort of time. So I've only had it for about a month, and I think for the £18 that you spend on the game, or about $23, it's not too bad actually. Turntable. These are all the water towers. We don't need a water tower yet. We're long far from that. So you see all the water towers and the yard huts. Oh, where is it then? And well, we'll go back up to the top of all this sea and see if it's up there. So that's a nice little level crossing. We went through this before, didn't we? Yeah, so we'll also need one of these. These are like the goods sheds. I've added one on the on my North Yorkshire Moors Railway on trainz New Era. And what I like about most of the stuff that comes with the track is, as you can see, this is this horrible tatty track that I don't really like. I mean, I'm sorry if you like it, but then I don't. I just think it's unrealistic. I mean, look at the size of the rails on that. I mean, that's just utterly unrealistic. And then look at that, it's much better. So what I like about most of the stuff that comes with the track is you can replace the track. So as you can see, I can sit that bullhead track on. And yesterday I was messing around on the download station, and I was looking at some of the different locomotives and rolling stock, and I came across the 4MT. Now, as you can see, the A4 hasn't downloaded yet. So as I was saying, I was looking at a 4MT because there's one on the North Yorkshire Moors Railway. So if we just get this, and bear in mind this cost me nothing other than a few hours. Well, it was about half an hour to an hour waiting for it to download. Let's just get the right tender for it. So for free, I think that's alright. Look at it, that's fantastic for free. So all that cost me was about an hour of my time to download it, and it's fantastic. As you can see, I'm not really getting the good FPS, but then that's just because, the game card, but there we go. The graphics card, sorry. So I was looking through it all, and I thought, this is fantastic, like, for free. I also downloaded the schools class, and I downloaded Repton, because, of course, they've got Repton on the North Yorkshire Moors Railway. And another thing that I got for free is that, has it gone? There it is. Look at that. And in mind, I downloaded that for free. That is a decent van. Like that's the sort of thing that you would see in like trainz in World. This van, it's just fantastic for free. So if you have got the game, it's always worth looking on the download station to see what you can, or what's like there for you. Hoping I can actually find that bridge. It won't be these girder bridge bases. Let's just skip past all these. Ooh, the loo. Oh, right, this, I'll show you what this is. So, back in like the LNER and British Railways time, in order for them to do a non-stop run, they would put these along the track. These are called water troughs, and as you can see there's water in them. And as the loco would run over it, they'd lower like a sort of spout in the tender, and then that would collect the water and it would go into the tender, so that you didn't have to stop for water. It's just a shame that there's none of them on the east coast or the west coast or whatever main line now. See, it's everything but what I'm looking for. So when you get the Settle to Carlisle route, you get like every single viaduct along the route. There it is, that's the bridge we were looking for. I knew it would take us forever to find. So basically what I'm now going to do is, I believe it's already at platform height, it is. So I'm going to scoot it over onto the platform, or obviously I'll have to extend the platform there. So, but first I'm going to look to see which way it faces on the route. Because, okay, so looking at this, the bridge, the footsteps face towards like this end of the platform. So looking at that, these steps on each side should be facing towards this way, where my mouse pointer is. So we're going to rotate it 180 degrees. Doesn't have to be perfect at the moment. Whereabouts does it need to be on the station? And this is the sort of thing that I did when I was building it on Trainz Driver 2. I would look online at where everything went, and I would like look at all the track plans. So I would say the bridge wants to go about there. So what I'm now going to do is check that it's not going into the platform it is. So what we need to do is raise it up slightly, because obviously, oh, it should be alright. Well, we'll just do a bit of a gauge test to see if we can fit things under it. Let's just try Mark 1. Now, Goathland Bridge is quite low down. As you saw in Trainz Driver 2, there's no way that we get some things underneath it, like the Union Pacific Big Boy. So we can fit the Mark 1s under, that's a good start. Can we fit a steam locomotive under? Or does it have to be a bit higher? I think that's alright there. So there we go, there's the bridge installed. So I'll finish adding the platform extensions, I'll stick the station building on, and then I'll get back to you once I've done that. So here's another little time lapse. So then, if I have to be honest, it is starting to look like Goathland Station. It has the bridge, which looks very good. It has the station building. I've still got to add the gold droppy thingy-mabobby on there. But I think it looks really good. So I'm gonna add the tractor, and I'm gonna add all those amping coach thingy bobs in there. I think it looks really good actually. I think if we just get a steam locomotive in, let's get the either class 4. We're not gonna add any more. Maybe on strike. Just add them in. I think that actually looks alright. I might as well show you Repton while we're on. Just put Repton in here. I think it's Repton. If it's not, I'm going to have to change it to 30926. Right, okay. So we need to change it to 9026, which is 30926, which of course 926 being Repton's number. So we'll just change that. There we are, look, it now says Repton. Excellent. And then we need to add the tender for Repton. There we go, so that's alright actually. That actually looks very much like Goathland Station, so I'm quite happy with that. I've still got to add the fences, the sidings here. But I think that's fantastic. And it'll look even better once there's trains running through here. So I've built like little sort of routes before, but I've never built anything accurately on this. I have done on trainz Jamaica 2, but on trainz New Era I've only ever built sort of like, you know, a bit of track, and that's about a mile long between 2 stations. You know, I've never really built, you know, it's never been based on anywhere. You know, it's just been basically me bodging together a route to run trains on. But for this being my first ever proper accurate route, I think it looks alright. Well, at least Goathland Station looks alright. So I think we'll end the video there because it's going to be about half an hour long. If you've enjoyed the video, then please leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, or if you haven't already, then why don't you go and subscribe and stick the bell on so that you can be notified every time I upload. So thank you very much for watching, folks, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.